Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin by speaking directly to your spirit today. I know there's something deep inside of you, a longing, a pull, a whisper that's been stirring within you, telling you there's more to do, more to become, more to give. That is the voice of your purpose calling you to step into who you were always meant to be. You see, your purpose isn't something you need to go searching for. It's not some distant treasure waiting for you to discover it. No, your purpose is already inside of you. It's in the dreams you've had since you were young. It's in the things you are passionate about. It's in the unique gifts you've been blessed with, even if they seem small to you right now. The truth is, you have everything you need to step into your purpose already within you. But let me be honest, as you begin to move forward, there will be moments when doubt will try to creep in. It'll say things like, who do you think you are? What makes you think you can do this? Let me tell you something, doubt is not your friend. It's just a distraction. The real question is, do you believe in your own power? Because if you can trust yourself, if you can quiet the noise, you will see that your purpose is not just a dream, it's a reality waiting to be lived. I know that many of you are afraid. You're afraid of being judged, afraid of failing, afraid of stepping out and standing out. But here's the truth. There's power in your uniqueness. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. The world needs the real, authentic you. You don't have to look like anybody else. You don't have to talk like anybody else. And you definitely don't have to live like anybody else. You have a one-of-a-kind purpose, and it will unfold in its own perfect way as long as you remain true to yourself. I'm not saying the journey will be easy. In fact, it may be one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But remember, resilience is what will carry you through. There will be moments when the road feels rough, when the obstacles seem too high, and when the doubt feels like it's suffocating you. But every single setback is a setup for your comeback. Don't let the hard seasons break you, let them build you. Sometimes it's easy to look at where you are right now and think that your purpose is somewhere out there, that it's in the future, in the next season of your life. But what if I told you that your purpose is unfolding right now and in the middle of the journey? Trust the process. Trust that even in the wailing, something is happening inside of you that is preparing you for what's to come. I encourage you to stand in your truth. It's not always easy to be authentic. Sometimes it feels like the world is pushing you to conform, to follow the crowd, to be like everyone else. But when you align with your truth, when you step into who you truly are, you create a power within you that can move mountains. But here's the thing, your purpose isn't just about you. It's not just for you, it's meant to impact the world around you. As you walk in your purpose, you will inspire, uplift, and change the lives of those you encounter. Your purpose isn't only about making your own life better, it's about serving others and leaving a legacy that extends beyond your time. Finally, I want to challenge you. Step forward, take action. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for the right moment, the right resources, or the right circumstances. The only thing you need is the courage to take the first step. And once you take that step, you'll see that the path begins to open up before you. Purpose isn't passive, it's active. It calls you to move. I believe in you. I believe that you were created for more. So don't wait another moment. There's a moment in every journey when you realize something that changes everything. Your purpose is not something you have to search for. It's something you must awaken within yourself. The power of awareness is realizing that what you are seeking has been inside of you all along. It's been present in the desires of your heart, the passions that you sometimes dismiss, and the talents you've overlooked because you didn't recognize their value. Your purpose isn't a distant dream you need to chase after. It's already woven into the very fabric of who you are. I think about it from the moment you were born, you've been equipped with everything you need to fulfill your unique purpose. There's a reason why certain things stir you, why your heart beats faster when you talk about what you love. It's not a coincidence, it's not random, it's the divine guidance within you telling you that there's something special that only you can offer to the world. And sometimes all it takes to unlock this power is the simple act of becoming aware, to open your eyes and your heart to what's already been planted within you. But for many of us, that awareness can feel elusive. Life has a way of clouding our vision, fears, doubts, the opinions of others. All of these things try to drown out the voice of our purpose. And yet, in the stillness, in the quiet moments, if you listen closely, you can hear it. That whisper that says, I am meant for more. There is something great I am called to do. When you begin to recognize that, when you begin to truly see what's inside of you, something shifts. It's as if the scales fall from your eyes and suddenly the world becomes full of possibilities. Awareness is power because it's the first step in unlocking your potential. Once you see it, once you recognize what you're truly capable of, nothing can stop you. You stop being held hostage by your circumstances or your doubts. You begin to move with intention, knowing that you have been uniquely designed for a specific purpose. You no longer wait for permission. You no longer look for validation from others. You understand that your purpose is already validated because it was planted in you the moment you were born. Realizing your purpose starts with knowing that it's already within you, waiting to be awakened. All you have to do is see it for what it is. And once you do, you will step into your power in a way that will transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Your awareness of who you truly are and what you are meant to do will be the catalyst that propels you forward, no longer searching, but walking in the truth of your purpose. Doubt has a way of creeping in when we least expect it, doesn't it? One minute you're filled with excitement, ready to take on the world, and the next that nagging voice begins to whisper, what if you fail? Who do you think you are to pursue this dream? It's that voice that tells you to play it safe, to shrink back, to question your worth. But let me tell you something, doubt is not your truth. It is simply a temporary distraction designed to keep you from stepping into the fullness of who you're meant to be. And the moment you recognize it for what it is, you can rise above it. You see, doubt thrives on fear. It wants you to believe that you're not capable, that you're not enough, that your dreams are too big or too out of reach. But here's the truth, doubt only exists when you allow it to. Every time you entertain those thoughts, you give them power. But what if, just for a moment, you stop listening to that voice? What if you chose to believe that you are more than the limitations doubt tries to impose on you? Imagine how different your life would look if, instead of being paralyzed by fear, you faced it head on with faith in your purpose. Think about the times when you felt most alive, when you've been on the edge of something amazing. What was it that pushed you to take that leap? It was belief that you are capable, belief that you have something to offer. A belief that you deserve the life that you've always dreamed of. Doubt will come, but you have the power to choose faith over fear, courage over uncertainty. And when you make that choice, when you decide to trust yourself and your calling, you begin to break free from the chains of self-doubt. I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you face setbacks or when the journey seems longer than you expected. But let me remind you, the greatest achievements, the most beautiful moments in life often come after the toughest battles with doubt. The key is not allowing doubt to define you, but instead using it as fuel to move forward. Every time you push through it, every time you rise above it, you grow stronger. You realize that you're more resilient than you ever thought possible. And you discover that your purpose is far greater than any doubt that tries to hold you back. So next time doubt tries to knock on your door, answer it with confidence. Let it know that it has no place in your life because you are walking in the authority of your purpose. You were made for greatness, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop you from stepping into it. Keep moving forward, even if it's just one step at a time. Keep believing, because when you overcome doubt, you don't just change your circumstances, you change your destiny. There is something incredibly powerful about embracing who you truly are. We live in a world that constantly tells us to compare, to compete, to fit into a mold. It tells us that there is one right way to live, one standard to measure ourselves against. But here's the reality: there is no one like you. There is no one with your story, your perspective, your gifts, your heart. And that is your greatest strength. Your uniqueness is not something to hide or shrink from. It is something to be celebrated. The truth is, you were not created to fit into a box, to follow someone else's path, or to live up to someone else's expectations. You were created to stand out. Your experiences, the things that have shaped you, the struggles you faced, the victories you've celebrated, they have all led you to this moment, to this purpose, to this life that only you can live. Your journey may look different from those around you, but that doesn't make it any less valuable or important. In fact, it makes it extraordinary. When you step into your uniqueness, you stop apologizing for who you are. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop allowing the world to define you and start defining yourself. Think about the moments when you felt truly free, when you were just being yourself without fear of judgment, without worrying about what others think. In those moments, you were in alignment with your true purpose and everything felt right, didn't it? That's because you were walking in the power of your authenticity. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that to be successful, you need to be like everyone else. But success is not found in imitation, it's found in authenticity. Your true power lies in being yourself unapologetically. When you embrace your uniqueness, you free yourself from the pressure to conform. You allow yourself to bring something to the world that no one else can. Your ideas, your perspective, your way of seeing things, they are what make you different. And that is what makes you valuable. But embracing your uniqueness isn't always easy. It takes courage, it takes vulnerability. Sometimes it feels safer to hide behind the expectations of others, to play it small, to try to blend in. But I want you to know that you are not here to blend in. You are here to stand out, to shine in a way that only you can. The world is waiting for the gift that only you can offer. So I ask you today, will you step into the fullness of who you are? There is power in your individuality. There is purpose in your unique journey. And when you embrace all that you are without apology, without hesitation, you open the door to everything you were meant to achieve. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs you in all your beautiful, imperfect, authentic glory. So walk boldly in the truth of who you are, because that resilience is the quiet strength that rises from within when everything around you is crumbling. It's the power to keep moving forward when the road ahead seems impossibly long, when the weight of life feels too heavy to bear. There will be moments in your journey when you will face challenges that seem insurmountable. You'll encounter obstacles that make you question everything, even your own ability to keep going. But in those moments, I need you to remember something vital. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about rising every time you do. Think about the most incredible things in nature. The trees that stand tall through storms, the flowers that bloom after the harshest winters, the mountains that weather centuries of change. These things are not strong because they never face adversity. They are strong because they endure it. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It's the ability to keep going despite it. It's the courage to stand up once again, even when the world tries to knock you down. You see, the challenges you face are not there to break you, they're there to build you. They are shaping your character, strengthening your resolve, and refining your purpose. Every setback, every failure, every disappointment is an opportunity to grow. The strength that comes from resilience isn't a quick fix or a surface level trait. It is earned, built over time, and often it is born from the deepest of struggles. When life tests you, it's not trying to crush you, it's preparing you for something greater. Resilience also teaches you something incredibly important. You are capable of more than you think. In the moments when you feel like giving up, when you want to throw in the towel, there is an untapped power within you that will surprise you. It's the same power that has carried you through every hard time in your life so far. You may not always recognize it, but it's always there, waiting for you to call upon it. And the more you rely on that strength, the more you will see it grow within you. Think about the times you've already overcome. Think about the mountains you've already climbed, even when they seemed impossible. You didn't quit then. You didn't give up, and you won't give up now. You won't give up now. There is a fire within you, a deep-rooted strength that will rise to meet any challenge. Resilience is the voice inside that says, this setback is temporary. I will get through this. I will find a way, and you will. The same fire that burns in you today will carry you through the hardest of times. Resilience doesn't just show up when life is easy. It shows up when it's hardest. When things feel dark, when you can't see the way forward, resilience is the light that will guide you. It's the faith that says, I might not have all the answers right now, but I believe in my ability to find them. It's the courage to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when the path is unclear. So whenever you feel like the weight of the world is too much to carry, remember that you have the strength to handle it. Resilience is not about being perfect, it's about showing up time and time again. It's about learning how to bounce back, to grow stronger through every struggle, and to trust that no matter what life throws your way, you will rise. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep going because you are far more resilient than you know. Trusting the process is one of the most powerful and difficult things you can do in your journey toward fulfilling your purpose. It's so easy to get caught up in the rush of life, to want things to happen on your timeline, to push and push until everything falls into place the way you imagine it. But here's the truth: life has its own rhythm, its own pace, and sometimes the greatest growth happens when you allow the process to unfold at its own speed. Think about the way a seed grows into a tree. You don't see the roots developing beneath the surface as the seed is planted in the ground. You don't see the tiny adjustments the seed makes as it struggles to break through the soil. Yet, with patience and time, a mighty tree begins to rise. What's happening under the surface is just as important as what you see on top. And so it is with you. There will be times when you can't see the full picture, when you don't know why things are happening the way they are, but trust that something powerful is happening within you, even if it isn't visible yet. Trusting the process means releasing control and allowing life to teach you. It's having faith that every step you take, even the missteps, are a part of the journey. Each moment, each delay, each setback is helping shape you into the person you need to be to fully step into your purpose. You don't always get to choose the path, but you can trust that the path you are on is preparing you for the place you are meant to go. I know it's hard when things don't happen as quickly as you want them to. It's hard when your dreams seem far out of reach, when the wait feels like it's stretching on forever. But what if I told you that there's power in the waiting? What if I told you that the moments of uncertainty are just as valuable as the moments of success? Trusting the process means believing that every season, whether joyful or challenging, is working together for your good. Each experience is a lesson, each delay a preparation, each difficulty a test of your strength. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't need to have the entire blueprint of your life laid out before you. All you need to do is take the next step. Trust that if you keep moving forward, even when you can't see the whole picture, you will be led exactly where you need to be. There will be seasons of pruning, of growing pains, but these are the times when you are becoming who you were always meant to be. And when you trust the process, when you stay faithful through the waiting, when you embrace each season as a part of your growth, you will look back and see how every single thing came together in perfect timing. Remember, it's easy to believe in the process when everything is going your way, when everything is falling into place. But it's when things aren't happening the way you expect, when the doors are closing, or when your vision is clouded with uncertainty, that your faith in the process is tested. In those moments, trust that something bigger than what you can see is at work. You may not be able to control the pace or predict the outcome, but you can trust that what's unfolding is part of a greater plan. Your journey is not about instant gratification. It's about growing, evolving, and becoming who you need to be. So take a deep breath and know that you are right where you need to be. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small it seems, is leading you to your purpose. The process may not always make sense in the moment, but when you look back, you'll see that it was the exact path you needed to take to become who you were always meant to be. Keep going, keep trusting, and know that each moment is a step closer to the life you were destined to live. Aligning with your truth is one of the most transformative things you can do in your life. So often we live our lives in reaction to the expectations of others, the pressures of society, or the voices that tell us who we should be. We find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of influences, opinions, and obligations, all pulling us in different directions. But your truth, the deepest part of who you are, doesn't require you to be anyone other than yourself. It doesn't require you to fit into anyone else's box, to follow a predetermined path, or to change who you are to gain approval. When you begin to align with your truth, you stop running away from who you are and start embracing it. You stop hiding your gifts, your passions, your desires, and you begin to live fully in the light of who you were always meant to be. This is not about perfection or being flawless. Aligning with your truth means embracing all of you, the beautiful, the broken, the bold, and the brave, and allowing that authenticity to guide your every decision. The truth within you speaks in quiet whispers, in moments of stillness when you give yourself the space to hear it. It is not loud or forceful, it is gentle and patient. It's the voice that tells you you are enough as you are. It's the voice that reminds you that your unique path is just as valid as anyone else's, and that your story has its own beauty, its own lessons, and its own timing. When you align with that truth, you stop questioning your worth and you start honoring your journey. You begin to understand that you were never meant to be a replica of someone else. You were designed with a specific purpose in mind, and that purpose is tied to the deepest parts of who you are. This alignment isn't always easy. It requires you to let go of the fear of rejection, to silence the noise of others, and to trust yourself. It means standing in your own power, even when the world may not understand or appreciate it. It means letting go of the need to please, to conform, or to prove your worth to others. When you align with your truth, you no longer need external validation. You no longer seek approval because you know that who you are is enough. And when you start to live from that place of knowing, you step into your purpose in a way that's magnetic, compelling, and unshakable. Aligning with your truth also means getting clear about what is non-negotiable for you in your life. It means creating boundaries that protect your peace and honoring what resonates deeply with your soul. It's about having the courage to say no to things that don't serve you and yes to the opportunities that allow you to grow into your fullest self. When you are aligned with your truth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop sacrificing your peace, your joy, your integrity, and you start living with intention and authenticity. You choose what nourishes you, what uplifts you, and what aligns with your deepest values. You were never meant to shrink. You were never meant to dim your light in order to make others feel comfortable. When you align with your truth, you stand firm in the understanding that you are a unique expression of the divine, a one-of-a-kind creation who has something invaluable to offer the world. Your story matters. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. The more you step into the fullness of who you are, the more the world will be changed by your authenticity. So I encourage you to take a moment today and listen to that quiet whisper within you. Tune out the distractions, the judgments, the comparisons, and listen to the truth that has always been inside of you. It's time to stop hiding, stop doubting, and start embracing the incredible power of aligning with who you truly are. Because when you do, you step into a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment, and you begin to radiate in a way that no one can ignore. Your truth is a gift to the world, and when you embrace it fully, you unlock the doors to a life beyond your wildest dreams. As you stand in the fullness of who you are, embracing your truth, trusting the process, and walking in resilience, remember this: you are exactly who you are meant to be. The journey may not always be easy, but it is always purposeful. Each step, no matter how small, is leading you closer to the person you were always destined to become. So never doubt your worth or your power. Trust in the unique path that has been laid before you, and know that every challenge you face, every triumph you experience is shaping you for something greater. You have everything you need inside of you. Your purpose, your strength, your truth, it's all there waiting for you to claim it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for permission. Step into your purpose today with confidence, with courage, and with the unwavering belief that you are more than enough. The world is waiting for you to show up, to shine, and to make the impact only you can make. So go ahead, embrace it. Embrace all of who you are and everything you are meant to be, because your time is now.